And now, after a 2-week vacation, here is Lee Bridges, Doug Wall, and Garrick Lane, Tales from the Video Store. Very special thanks to Lucas Dunlap for engineering, Golden Ticket Cinemas for sponsoring, and the Mad Tea Party Productions.
Well, I don't know, man. I guess, yeah. It's just not your music.
You can listen to that. I'm not going to berate you for it as long as you still listen to stuff that I like.
Oh, yeah.
You're good. And it's all good.
It's all good. Yeah.
Hey, gang.
How we doing?
Man, I've missed you guys.
I know, we've been gone for 2 weeks.
I know.
Happy birthday, Lee.
Thank
Lee
you.
turned 40 yesterday.
Yes.
You sack of shit.
I know, right?
You old bastard. As I say, 45.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who farted?
Probably you shit your pants and you don't realize it, you old fucker.
You know what? The studio. I'm a little bit worried right now. The studio has rat shit in the floor, and it's kind of screwing with me, man.
Well, that's probably because you have a fucking rat in here. Actually, you probably have more than one.
I know. So
Unless it's a mouse, you know.
I'm gonna have to put some traps out because that's gonna drive
It's
me.
more than likely a very small field.
Yeah, if it's a mouse, that means you don't have rats.
Why would you have rats?
Because if you have, first thing they do, rats show up, they eat the mice.
Yeah.
So if you have mice, that means you don't have
It's
rats.
those fucking pork rinds you guys bring in here.
Yeah, that's
and
what it
leave
is.
that shit everywhere, and then they come in.
Somehow I knew it was going to...
Yep.
It's your guys.
Somehow it was going to be our fault.
It's all this resin.
Do I even need these?
I mean,
I don't really need these.
as long as it keeps going. Ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce our engineer, Lucas Dunlap. He's been in here the last 3. As you can tell, our sound has been spot on the last 3 episodes.
Yeah.
That's because we've got an engineer. Say
There we
hey
go.
to everyone.
Hello. My name is Lucas.
Nice.
He likes music that makes you sleep.
Okay.
You can just put it right there.
I like
Just
all
put it
kinds
there.
of music, is what that's called.
So we've got mice, yep.
It's fun. Man.
How was everybody's weekend?
It's good.
Mine was awesome.
Your girlfriend was trying to plan a big surprise party.
Right.
I thought it was going to be on Sunday. And
Yeah.
then my daughter sprung on me that she was going to be in the state pageant. And so I was like,
How did she do?
Ooh.
she did not do well.
Oh, okay.
Actually, you know what? That's the wrong term.
That is the wrong way to look at it.
She
Come on.
did not win.
Okay.
But you know what? It's the first one she hasn't won.
Right.
And, you got to lose some.
Right, exactly.
You got to lose some to get
What do
better.
we call it? The Balboa pep talk?
It don't matter how many times you get
Yeah.
hit, knocked down.
Yeah.
It's how you get back up and you keep moving forward.
Hey, as long as she enjoys it,
Right.
then continue. The minute that she's like, I don't want to do this, or it's like more than it should be, get her the fuck out.
Well, that's the thing. That was the thing that was the worst. The worst for me wasn't that she lost, but it was watching her. She's always used to winning, and the reality in that split moment where she realized, and we all realized that she was getting third runner-up, it was her disappointing face, but trying to keep a smile on, being her dad. It's like I'm out in the audience, and my heart is crushing for her. But then I actually thought about it and said, you know what? There's been other dads on other days that were right here in my shoes when Peyton won.
For sure.
And their daughter got third runner up. There's just, and this one was the Super Bowl of beauty pageants. It's the state pageant, so this competition was great. And what's amazing, the one that won it all was in Peyton's. The overall was in Peyton's division, and the one who won best talent overall was in Peyton's division. She just had some stiff competition, and it just wasn't her day, man.
Top 4 out of the state. I mean,
Right.
you can't really bitch about it, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks for her, but at the same time, looking back, it's a neat accomplishment, right?
Yeah, sure.
I think so,
Or an
yeah.
expensive accomplishment.
Well, for another day, my friend. For another day.
I would have loved to have eaten at Chin's, though.
That was
How
really good.
it?
It was good.
Yeah.
What the fuck is Chins?
It's a Chinese restaurant. What do you think it is? It's a fucking muffler shop. Right?
I thought maybe it was a beard cutting barbershop. Oh, shit. I thought you went in there and got a trim. Sorry.
Speaking of beards, does everybody like my handlebars I'm beginning to work on?
Is that what those
I wasn't even going to say anything about it.
Look, I couldn't wait. I didn't.
Yeah, of course she shaved her head. I knew that was going to come.
Yeah.
Just keep growing it out, man.
I'm gonna try it.
You kind of look a little sketchy with the mustache.
Right? Oh yeah. It looks like he still blowing a boomerang.
Just a touch, but I'm going to let it slide. Let it thicken up a little bit and, crop it back, and then we'll see what you got tonight.
Right.
Another couple of weeks.
We've been gone for 2 weeks, so nobody has any excuse to say, hey, I've been busy and I didn't watch it.
I was fucking busy. I mean, I worked 101 hours last week from Friday to Friday. So I didn't watch anything, but from the time I got home until Sunday, I did watch some things. So I got caught up.
All right, what'd you watch?
Well, we're going to come back to this one when you...
Yeah. We're going to come back to it.
Horrific. So I had all over this weekend. We watched The Fifth Element, Luc Besson from, I can't remember the year.
96? 97?
90-some, mid-90s. Mila Jovovich and Bruce Willis and Chris Tucker. Been a long time since I'd seen it.
Right.
I couldn't tell you the last time I saw it.
Right.
Oliver enjoyed it, which was, it's one of those that's kind of for like a preteen
Right.
or, kind of deal. He had an interesting nickname for Chris Tucker's character. I don't know where it came from, but he kept calling him Lil Squeezy. I was like, no, that's Ruby Rod. He was like, no, Daddy, that's Lil Squeezy. And every time the action would, come or the things were coming for him and Bruce Willis, he'd be like, get out of there, Squeezy! And I don't know where it came from. We were rolling, laughing about it. So I enjoyed that.
Right.
And then late Saturday night after he went to bed, I rented John Wick 3 Parabellum. Damn, man. I've got to be honest with you, man. I was really disappointed.
Really?
Yeah. The action scenes were fucking great, like they have been in all three movies.
Right.
But this story about this fucking assassin guild and
right.
everybody knows about them.
Yeah.
And this fucking abductor chick going around, the shaved head chick. She's like, we're gonna change things. Like, I just couldn't stand any of that. I thought it ruined the flow of the movie. It made it weird.
The only thing I thought was weird was the Morocco stuff. I thought that was just...
Why are we in Casablanca all of a sudden?
Yeah, I thought that was very weird.
It just didn't fit. None of it. It didn't fit like I wanted it to. Maybe I was just too hyped to see it.
Right.
And I'll watch it again, down the road. But some of the action scenes, there's a scene pretty early on where they're in like a museum. Mm-hmm. He does the put the gun together and shoots the one guy. And then they get in that hallway with all the knives, and they're throwing the knives and all that. That was great. And I was like, oh, man, this is perfect. Yeah. And then they just kind of got away from it. It's like, like movies we've talked about before where they try and make more story out of it than it needs to be. That's what I kind of felt with this is like, I don't need to hear these people talk. Right. I don't fucking care about them. I want to see John.
There is too much world building in it.
Yeah, I just wanted to see him kill people. And he did. Yeah. But... I don't know. Maybe it just wasn't enough.
I don't know. The movie's just stuntman porn to me.
Yeah.
And Martin DeCoscos
is great.
Is the best thing in the movie.
Yeah.
Like when he gets stabbed at the end, he's like,
I'll be right there.
I'll be right with you. I'm just going to... I'll take a minute. And he's got like a sword in his chest.
Yeah. He was great. Yeah. And I can't say anybody was really terrible in it. It's just I didn't need all these characters in it.
Yeah. I can agree with something.
What was my biggest complaint. And then I went against every fucking thing that I hold dear, and I went and watched a movie that I said I wouldn't watch because it was late one night. This was before I went down to market, and it was like midnight. I was trying to find something to watch. I saw Gaspar, 2018 Climax was on something. I think it was on Prime. And
God, what a stinker!
I take back every nice thing I said about Gaspar
fucking do too.
Last episode because it was the worst fucking thing I've ever seen. It was one of the worst movies I have ever seen.
It was worse than Love.
Garrick actually watched it as well.
Right.
let me give you a rundown, if I can, of what this 90 minutes is about. The first 50 minutes of the movie, 50. There's a mess of French dancers, males, females. There's homosexuals. There's straights. There's hodgepodge of these French dancers. Somehow they end up at this. It's like an old school.
Yes,
I want to say out in the middle of nowhere, and they dance.
On a wide shot and an overhead shot.
They dance until my fucking head wanted to fall off. They dance, they dance, they dance. Then they stop dancing, and then he does like the introduction of the movie.
Roll.
The credit roll is in the middle of the movie, and I was just like, God damn, I hate this motherfucker so much.
Sangria.
Yes, they're drinking the sangria, and everybody starts acting crazy and talking crazy. They have some dialogue about who wants to fuck who, blah blah blah. Then it's just. It was so hard to watch. I was like, are they on bath salts? Like, why are they acting the way that they are? I can't figure it out.
Because we've both done some acid
this
before and never, ever, ever, ever acted like that.
Like, the trip dancing, once everybody's fully engaged, is just putrid, repugnant garbage. I could recommend this to somebody I hated, and I would feel bad about it.
It may, in fact, be on my top 10 worst movies of all time.
That I've ever watched. It made Love look like a goddamn Shawshank Redemption. That's how fucking bad this climax was.
I was getting ready to say, I watched Love as well, and it took me 3.5 days.
I warned you. I warned you. I mean...
Now, here's the thing with Gaspar No. Gaspar, fuck no.
Yeah.
His cinematography is amazing.
He's got talent, like I said.
It's amazing. But, like, and if he's making these movies for guys like me to go, fuck you, you Argentina fucking hack, then please keep doing what you're doing, brother. Like, if you're doing this for the sake of art, your movies are you got Rob Zombie beat, Holmes. Your movies are fucking terrible.
At least Rob Zombie's sincere.
Yes.
You know he loves movies.
Yeah.
Like, you know he's not fucking with you. You know.
Yeah.
And I actually saw Rob Zombie was on Joe Rogan's podcast last week, and they asked him about working with the Weinsteins on the 2 Halloween movies. He's like, it was fucking horrific.
Yeah.
He's like, I just basically did the first one so I could do it. And the second one, I said, well, shit, I made a bunch of money on the first one. Surely they won't fuck with me on the second one. He was like, oh, no. It was actually worse.
Yeah.
He's like, they are the 2 worst people alive, basically. And this wasn't even anything to do with the second. This is just how they dealt with him as businessmen.
Yeah, they're just terrible.
And, and it was actually a really good interview.
Yeah.
You know, it talks about his parents being carnies when he was young and so how that affected his sort of worldview and what he's into. And it was actually very interesting. You know.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Like, he was involved, like, there was a riot at the carnival he worked at when he was like 10, and he was just like in the middle of it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and just very, but yeah, like, I don't even put them, because like I said, sincerity to me is a lot. Like, it can suck, but if I know the guy's fucking
You're trying and you love it.
I give him, you know, like, hey, it sucked, but shit, he went off the bat.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, like we're talking about your daughter. You gotta strike out sometime.
Yeah.
And,
but Gaspar,
he's just fucking with you.
he's a cunt.
Yeah.
Is
Dude,
what
there's like an endurance that comes with watching his movies. There is a stamina that you have to have. It's almost like, and it's funny because I found an article where Gaspar No talks to Interview Magazine, and he says he offers advice on getting high and how to watch his movies. Yeah, I need the manual because I apparently don't know how.
I don't want the manual.
I
Yeah.
know.
If I have to be instructed on how to view something,
Yeah.
then I'm not going to bother.
Right.
You know, everybody sees things differently. If you have to all be looking through the same lens in order to enjoy it,
Right.
then what's the fucking
Right. It's like, in a weird way, it's like Avatar. You had to see it in 3D to appreciate it.
right?
And well, fuck, if it's that, it's not a good movie. Like, if I can't
yeah,
sit at home,
yeah.
you know, it's like...
You're right.
It's
Yeah.
like, that's just a gimmick. It's not a movie.
Gimmicky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, not that there's, you know, not to compare James Cameron to
No,
Gaspar,
no.
but, you know, it's just in that
I know what you mean.
circumstance.
Yeah.
But yeah, that dude's a douche.
Yeah. So that's what I watched.
Yeah. All right. Well, first thing I had to go see It 2 again. My niece texted me early last week and was
You've
like,
doubled down on it in 3 weeks.
My niece wanted to go see it. She just recently gotten into horror movies.
Okay.
And I asked my sister, I said, sorry, she's 14. I said, can I take her? She said, that's fine.
What, It 2?
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
And,
I'm taking mine tonight.
And she's just like the last 6 months she's gotten really into horror movies. You know? And apparently she does. That's what she wants to do. Is like she loves she reads books on like makeup effects and stuff. You know, which I was like, hey, absolutely, I will do. And it's damn, that's not a 2-time in a theater movie. Oh, good.
You were struggling.
I was out. I got off work. I just didn't want to be there. I'm not saying the movie was bad, but damn, I did not want to sit there for 2.5 hours.
Well, you were pretty positive about
Right.
it. You know, when you reviewed it.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not a sit through it again.
That's 5 hours.
Yeah, that's 5 hours within a week and a half in the movie theaters that I paid for both times. But other than that, I rewatched some things. I rewatched last night a movie you and I have talked about from the mid '80s, 3 O'clock High.
Nice.
And dude, that is, I mean, I think John Hughes movies are great.
Yeah.
But 3 O'clock High is just.
It has a feel to it.
It does, like talking about the camera work. The camera work, the way it like goes around the clock at the beginning when he realizes he's lit. Dude, it's, you know, we reviewed Phil Geno's gangster movie State of Grace a few months ago, but dude, this 3 O'clock High it's one of the best teen movies of the '80s.
Yes,
I mean,
nobody knows about.
Nobody talks about it, and Buddy Revell could be one of the best movie villains.
He's so good.
Yeah, dude, I love that movie. I hadn't seen it in a long time when I watched it last night. And dude, it's freaking great.
Yeah.
Everything
about it, I love.
The music, the Tangerine Dream score, you know, just the humor, just how mean it is. Like when they pay the football player to go beat up Buddy Revell, and he taps him in the chest, and Revell just snaps the guy's fingers and just knocks him out. And it's just like, damn. I was like, damn, this is a pro-violence movie for teenagers. And now it's like you would never get made. People say that a lot. Oh, this movie would never be made now.
For sure.
And other than that, a movie I rewatched that I had not seen in probably, see, it came out in '88. I'll say I haven't seen it since 1990. I watched Action Fucking Jackson with Carl Weathers.
Whoa!
Yeah.
All right.
Just recently came out on Blu-ray. I found it on. I did the free trial on Stars on Hulu, and saw it was on it. Damn, I seen Action Jackson.
I haven't seen it since then.
The fact that wasn't a franchise is a travesty, because Carl Weathers is so awesome in this movie. It's just like, you know.
I don't know why he didn't.
Well, the studio got sold to Warner Brothers like the next year, and they weren't interested in it. And dude, it's directed by a stunt guy, Craig Baxley. You know, the stunts in it are ridiculous. Just he's hilarious in the movie.
I can't remember anything about it really. It's been that long.
I mean, he sets people on fire. You know, he just because the gimmick is he was a lieutenant and he got knocked down to a sergeant and he lost his gun license. So essentially, he's a cop that can't use a gun for most of the movie.
So he just does it by.
He just does it by hand, you know. And
any means necessary.
Exactly, one of the best. And Bill Duke, who was, he was a commando and Predator. He's his police captain, and he's talking about something where he arrested some guy. He's like, "You almost tore that boy's arm off." Carl Weathers just goes, "He had a spare." Like it's one of those quintessential. I think the thing that really hurt it was it came out the same year as Die Hard. And, you know, it was just...
I remember it being kind of panned, and I remember watching it, but I was, 14, 15 years old,
right,
and just being like, eh.
Doesn't Vanity get naked in it?
Oh, she does.
And I think that's why I wanted to see it. So
and even Craig T. Nelson, who I still associate as Coach, he's the bad guy, and he's actually really good at it. And the plot is not... It's not like an infeasible action movie play. He's an auto company owner who's basically trying to secretly take over the auto workers union. He's assassinating these guys in the auto to kind of install a puppet leader, so he can basically have influence over the auto workers union, which is actually a fairly realistic plot.
I was going to say that's probably happening today.
Exactly, as far as action movies go. But yeah, he's great. The stunts he actually throws the guy out of a window. The guy goes over the alley. He goes into the window of the next building. Like the stunts in it are ridiculous. But I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Where'd you see that on?
On Stars?
Stars, yeah. I did the free trial on Hulu. And other than that, the only thing I watched the entire first season of an Australian show that's on FX called Mr. In Between. And dude, have you seen it?
Mm-hmm. I'm watching it.
Dude, it's great.
That guy is awesome. The main
character who created the show, he did a short film, I think, in 2006 called The Magician, which is basically a truncated version of the pilot, and won a bunch of awards, and basically just spent the next 10 years trying to get it made into a TV show. And then FX heard about it once it was rolling in Australia, and they ended up giving him more money.
Yeah.
And Desmond Harrington, the guy who played Chuck Manson in What's My Time in Hollywood, he's sort of the low-level crime boss he works for. And dude, it's one of the best crime shows I've seen in forever.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
He's got like a little girl. What are you doing?
I'm getting ready. I'm doing some blows so I can talk about Gaspar Nooooooo in a second. Go ahead.
And, you know, he has to balance his life as a dad and you know, his relationship with this woman between the fact that he is a strong arm for this, you know, for this gangster, and he does not fuck about.
No, and I love the fact
Super in between.
Mr. In Between. I love that even the crime boss he works for is terrified of it.
Everybody is, because he's a skinny, like
wiry,
bald.
To me, he's like 50% Willem Dafoe, 50% Gary Oldman.
He looks like Willem Dafoe's like cousin.
Yeah, and it's just like when they have to have a sit down with the Middle Eastern or the Eastern European crime family, and the guy's like, well, you know, he killed a couple of the guy's henchmen. You know, he said, well, next time something like this happens, he's like, just tell me and I'll take care of it. He's like, well, if you'd fucking take care of it, I wouldn't have had. And then like the Desmond Harrington, the guy's forgot what looks. The guy's like, what are you gonna do? Just like, you know,
sorry.
Yeah. And even when he gets up, the guy plays, I guess, Mr. In Between, the main character, gets up and walks away. The Desmond Harrington looks at the Eastern European crime boss like, don't even fucking think about it.
Yeah.
Like, don't. Yeah. Like he is unstoppable.
It's a good character.
It's a good. The character's good. The show's good. It's only 6 episodes first season.
Yeah.
The second season's there now.
Yeah, it started a week before.
Yeah, and I hope it's a longer season because I knocked it out in like 2 days.
Yeah, I don't know if it will.
I watched the first 2 episodes one day and the next 4 the next day, which I never do. Yeah. You know, yeah, and it was. Yeah, I loved it. When the 6th episode ended, and it's, you know, Hulu starts playing another show. They started playing something else. I was like,
wait a minute,
like, what the fuck? And I was like, I went after Hack back. I said, oh shit, it's only got 6 episodes.
But yeah. I think it comes to like. I've got 2 new ones on my DVR from the last 2 weeks. 2:30. They're just 30-minute episodes.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're doing them like the same night.
Right.
Like 2 per night.
Yeah.
To make for an hour block. I'm not sure exactly how they're doing it.
Yeah. But dude, I love it.
It's worth watching. When I watched it last year.
Yeah.
And it was 6. I thought that it was done.
Yeah.
And then I guess I don't watch much FX.
No.
And it just because I had it on my DVR, it just automatically recorded, and I was like, oh shit, yes. And then I saw a commercial for it on something, and I was like, yes.
Yeah.
So,
it's like
happy it's back.
When we talked about last year, talked about The Night Comes for Us. Julie, the woman who played the operator, the female assassin. That dude, just like her, he will start appearing in American movies soon. He's too badass not to.
He's menacing.
Yeah, he's menacing. And that's the thing, like, there's that sort of grin he has, and
he looks like a big skeleton.
Yeah, a big
a big 6'5", like crazy skeleton.
Right.
That'll smile at you and rip your fucking head off.
Oh yeah.
You know, just it's
dude,
good.
when they try to chop up the Russian guy.
Yeah.
Dude, that was hilarious.
It was great.
Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What do you mean? We're here.
That's what he watched.
Yep. Okay. Well,
you're up, Blaine. What'd you do?
Speaking of, whatever happened to Happy this season 2?
It got put on. I don't know. I think they dumped it on some streaming service AMC owns. Like, I don't think it showed on Sci-Fi Channel all the way. I think they
it disappeared into obscurity.
It's on like AMC streaming because they or something.
A lot of their stuff goes to Shudder.
Yeah.
Like that Nosferatu.
Right.
I know it's on there. So
because AMC owns Shudder.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But I think it's on AMC streaming. I don't think it. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do it anymore. I don't know. The second season looked insane. Like the Pope and like dudes in giant leather bunny outfits and like non-suicide bombers. I was just like, I can't believe this is on television.
Oh, that's how he does it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The first one, they shouldn't have made a second.
No, the first one is perfect.
Yeah, and that's it. It's a graphic novel, and that's it.
But I will watch it, though.
I will watch it.
Yeah.
That's why I just thought about it.
Yeah, I think they dumped it. I think it was a little bit. I think they might have went a little bit further than they thought they were going to, and they're like, "Ooh, not putting this on television." Yeah.
Okay, so I watched some things. I watched the Dick Parade of Love. Like I said, it took me 3 days to 5 days. I don't even remember to get through it. 30 minutes here, 20 minutes here. It was exactly what you said it was. It was a well shot porn. I've seen enough British dick in that movie to last me a lifetime. There's nothing good about it. There's only two things I would say that are really good. The threesome in the middle is pretty hot. How they shoot it. Y'all shot it all overhead, just using cuts. That was pretty brilliant. And the male character you generally hate.
He's
and
just a
really
whiny
wish
little
he would
fuck.
die.
You fucking don't like him. Like at the beginning of the movie, you kind of feel sympathy for him until you find out what just a piece of shit he really is.
Yeah.
By the end of it, I'm just like, man, somebody shoot this fucking guy. He's terrible.
Yeah. It was awful, but it wasn't near as awful as Climax we've already spoken about.
I can't believe you made it to the end of both of those. I truly, when I texted you and I said, I will bet you cannot make it to the end of Climax, I was serious.
Well, the only thing that kept me through Climax was I really did like the long cuts. Because they're like literally going through the school and going through a scene in one room and not cutting the camera and moving to the other. That's the kind of stuff like Phantom Thread that I keep talking about, the techniques that, keep me watching.
I didn't think any of it looked good.
It didn't look
That's
good.
what was even more disappointing. It's like, yes, not only is this garbage, but it doesn't even look good. It doesn't feel good. Like, there's nothing. I just got nothing from it.
Yeah, I didn't either. From either one of them. Gaspar, fuck no.
What else did you watch?
On the other side of that, I watched some Nicholas stuff.
Okay.
I watched the Neon Demon, which I love. I know you guys don't like.
I like it okay.
I like Neon Demon fine. I like
Keanu
it.
Reeves in that movie is awesome.
He's amazing in the movie.
He's maybe the best part.
Yeah. I mean, I like it okay.
It's very
I would
tongue in
rewatch
cheek.
it.
Like I love the whole.
Yeah.
I love the look. He always
Yeah.
does a really good job at the look. But
Yeah.
just the whole. Well, she's 17 and just the way, or just her little journey and how people are like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you are. This is, she just kind of waltzes through, kind of like we were talking about before. The cast, it's God given, and they just kind of waltz through and make all this money. And some girls don't realize, like beauty pageants, some girls don't realize they just hate pretty girls. They hate them. They hate those naturally pretty girls. Gina Malone is so sexy and awesome in the movie.
Yeah. She does some things that. Ugh.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's definitely one scene where you're like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" Was good. I rewatched Only God Forgives. I actually like that movie more this time than I did when I first watched it.
Why?
I don't know. I think besides the Japanese karaoke, it was pretty good. Like the whole.
Is it?
Kristen Scott Thomas carries the movie.
She does carry the movie, but it's just.
It looks so good.
But
It feels so good.
there's nothing to it. It has nothing. Like it's a movie. It's like a Seinfeld episode. It's a movie about nothing. Nothing. I didn't sympathize with any of the characters. I didn't give a fuck. The first time I watched it, I was excited. I was like, come on, here we go. And then the climax is the biggest fucking letdown maybe I've ever seen in a movie. And then from there to the end, it's just fucking garbage.
Well, they had the big fight, and then they go back.
It was a fight?
Well, the fight was good.
You mean the time where fucking Gosling just gets the fuck beat out of him?
I will say the guy that plays the Thai cop he's great.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's like that. Yeah, like he's
But-
really cool in the movie. He's the cool. To me, he's the coolest character.
Yeah.
He's the only one who's like has
Now, which one's that? What
the guy who beats the shit out of him.
Oh, yeah.
The guy who plays the Thai cop. Yeah,
The guy.
yeah.
But I mean, once that scene happened, I was like, all right, well, we're gonna do something else, right? No, nothing. Just, I don't know, let down for me watching it. And I watched it again several weeks ago when we were talking about doing reference films, just because I'd seen it one time, and I'm pretty sure I hated it.
Yeah.
The first time, and I hated it even more the second time. Although there's some great dialogue, and like I said, Kristen Scott Thompson as his mother, and that is great. But just not enough there overall. And I just...
What'd you think of that movie?
You
agree with Doug?
I don't dislike it as much as Doug does, but, I don't love it.
It's like, to me, he had everything you could want in it, and then just drops it at the end.
Right.
Like, the last 30 minutes is just a massive letdown. I mean, I'm fine with letting the guy get the fuck beat out of him, but there has to be some kind of...
Kind of like Too Young to Die Old, or Too Old to Die Young. It kind of ends, and then it just keeps going.
There's an ending part, and then there's a reffing ending part.
Right. It's kind of the same thing.
But I was more fulfilled watching Too Old to Die Young than I was watching Only God Forgives. Not my favorite of his movies. Probably my least favorite of his movies.
Yeah. Well, that brings us to the movie of the week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Drive.
Yep, 2011 Drive, based on a novel by James Salas, I believe it is. This was his... he made this right after he made the movie Bronson with Tom Hardy, which was sort of the movie that... his post-Pusher movies that got him noticed.
Yeah.
And this is...
movie.
Very good movie. And this is... I mean, I guess it's debatable if it's his best movie. It's definitely his coolest movie. It's like if you travel back to 1981 and Walter Hill wrote a movie for Michael Mann. That's what it would be.
Pretty damn close.
Pretty damn close.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you love that sort of early 80s or late 70s, early 80s crime stuff, it's for you.
Yeah.
I mean, and I love it. I think it's definitely the best movie that year, 2011. To me,
Albert Brooks is phenomenal.
Albert Brooks is the man, and I love Albert Brooks. I love his movies, his comedy.
He's so good.
And he's just so creepy in this. Like when he kills the guy in the pizzeria. Now it's your time to clean up after me. Yeah, like he's so menacing, and he does nothing. Really, for the first half of the movie, he doesn't do anything. He's just like shaking people's hands, making jokes.
Cranston.
Yeah.
Dude, like that was crazy. When
Oh
he
yeah.
was the,
Yep. But he doesn't. And his pain, the guy at the pizzeria got it bad.
Yeah.
Bryan Cranston, who he liked, he's like, no, it's over. There shouldn't be any pain.
He's like, no, don't. Like, it's done.
Yeah.
Just relax.
Yeah. And you can, like I said, there shows the difference when he likes someone he doesn't. Yeah, he's, I never would have thought Albert Brooks could play this character.
He was perfect.
He's perfect. And apparently it was his idea to shave his eyebrows off, and he looks like an alien.
Scary.
Yeah, scary alien. But it has a great cast. Ryan Gosling,
Cranston.
Bryan Cranston. What's the young lady's name?
Carey Mulligan.
Carey Mulligan, Albert Brooks, Ron Perlman.
Oscar Isaac.
First thing I ever saw Oscar Isaac again that I remember him. Great movie. Yeah, basically, sort of, and it is based on a crime novel. You could definitely see that because it's a crime novel pitch. Guy's a stunt driver for movies, and at night he moonlights as a getaway driver for robberies. And he gets involved with these gangsters. And that makes it seem like a very, my favorite thing about this movie is the woman who sued the movie studio because she thought it was going to be a Fast and Furious movie. And I love the fact how much she hated it makes me like it that much more.
Right.
And it's not a Fast and Furious movie. It's like I said, it's like an early 80s crime movie.
Yeah.
And I love it.
The glorious satin scorpion jacket that he wears.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It is fantastic.
Yeah. But
The scene where he has the prosthetic head on, I mean, it just, everything about it is...
yeah.
That creep factor when he puts that mask on, he's standing outside the pizzeria.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, God.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think the driver character has Asperger's? I think he probably does. Has something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The weird thing is, he seems like, he's weird. He doesn't know how to be around people. Mm-hmm. But later on, once the shit starts to go down and he's talking to Cranston, he talks to him like
that's true.
You or I would.
Yeah.
He doesn't dance around. He's like, you fucking did this, and this.
Yeah.
Like, you fucking gonna get yourself killed. Like,
Yeah.
So he's not. I think that they kind of portray him like there's something wrong with him, like he has some kind of a mental.
He's some sort of savant or something.
Yeah, but I mean, I think he's just a damn fine driver,
Right.
and that's his thing.
Right.
You know, like Art could be somebody. You know,
Yeah.
Penny could be somebody. You know, he can do that. He hones in. He has a level of concentration with that.
The opening chase scene is great.
Oh, all of
really,
them.
yeah.
I thought all of them were great.
Yeah, but it's also, Christina Hendricks has a small role in it. She's really good in it, and it really is. You know, it's just at the end, it's just a revenge movie. You know, which is in the second half. You know, it kind of goes from being a heist movie to a revenge movie.
Yeah, and a love story.
And a love story. Yeah.
You know, which I like. I like the elevator scene.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where he's in there with this strange dude and this girl that Irene that he's got this thing for, and he gives her this long, passionate kiss, and then he turns around and just beats the fuck out of this dude.
Caves this dude's head.
Caves his skull in.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you know, I love shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, at the hotel after they're supposed to run this heist thing with Irene's husband that just got out of prison. And when it goes awry, it gets super violent, super quick.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it really hadn't up to that point in the movie. You know, it was a little bit of violence here and there, but nothing overt like that dude getting shot in the face outside of the hotel room, which was really nice. And then it's hammer time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
He doesn't play. The pizza shop fork and stab was very nice.
Yeah, that's a brutal murder.
Which you touched on, the race car wrist razor slash.
Yep.
Which I really liked. You know, and the creepy factor when he dons this mask that he wears in this movie. And it really has a creepy, awesome effect.
Yeah.
I'm only negative that I can say from watching it, because I don't think I had seen it since probably 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
It's not one that I've revisited much, maybe, if at all.
Yeah.
I remember watching it back then and liking the music and being like, man, that was cool. I enjoyed that for some reason. I don't know why, but it annoyed the fuck out of me.
Now, do you mean the score, or do you mean the song during the driving montage?
The song.
Yeah, the song, it is now, it seems out of place. I loved it when it first came out.
Yeah, because they bring it in like 3 different times in the movie, and I was like, oh, it's like, I am a human being, and it just, I hate it.
Dude, it's the same thing.
Oh, God, it killed me, dude.
It's the same thing as the song they use over and over again in the John Woo movie, The Killer.
Yep.
Because I love The Killer, but I hate that fucking song.
Yeah. It just, for whatever reason, I was like, oh my God, not again.
Yeah.
And for some reason, when I thought that it ended differently.
How did you think it ended?
I thought that, I honestly, I thought that he killed Brooks and then went and got Irene and Benicio.
Right. No.
But that's not how it ended.
No.
And I was like, well, shit, man. You know, still fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what you kind of expect in a movie like this. It's not going to be a happy ending.
Right.
Very rarely it is.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's one, if you've never seen it,
You gotta see it.
yeah. I mean, if you like driving movies, if you like violence, if you like love stories, if you like Albert Brooks,
Yeah.
check this out.
What do you think, Eric?
I really liked it. I mean, you guys really touched on it.
It might not be his best looking movie. You know, I know you like his look like Neon Demon and
this was his more studio. This is his most studio made movie.
Right.
I mean, it's not his script. That's probably at first.
Right.
This was the studio gave it to him and said, "Here's your guidelines."
You think so?
I think he had some guidelines. He wasn't big. This after he made this, he was allowed to do whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, maybe. I mean, there's a lot of those long fucking pauses, you know, that we talked about. It's like, I mean, it's a difficult movie to sell, I would think, unless they just kind of said, do your thing.
And also, this was, you know, around this time, this was as big as Ryan Gosling was ever going to be. I think he's what got the movie made, you know. And have you heard the story about how they ended up making the movie together? They said we went out to dinner, it just didn't go well. Just like, and Refn doesn't drive, you know. So he's like, hey man, could you give me a ride back to my apartment or back to my hotel? And he'd like, I think he had said back surgery or something. You know, you shouldn't drink on medication.
Yeah.
And apparently he was just getting hammered at the dinner, reffing. And he, like, I think he said they were driving back to the hotel and like, Gaza just wanted to leave. He's like, oh, fuck this guy. And he said, like, an REO Speedwagon song came on. He said, this is the fucking movie, man. This dude who drives around, listens to pop music, and fucking does crime shit. And Refn's like, well, fuck, I'll make that movie. And they just end up making the movie together. Based on that, because he was hammered on pain pills and booze.
And he was like, I like what you're saying.
Exactly, yeah.
Sounds
so,
good.
Very weird, but yeah. But not for that, the movie probably wouldn't have got made.
And then I guess the success of it, Gosling was like, all right, I'll work with him again.
Yeah.
And then they...
Yeah. But I love the movie. I really do. I can't recommend it enough.
Yeah, it's great. Bryan Cranston is scummy.
Yeah.
Scummy, but lovable.
Yeah.
Even Al Brooks is scummy, but lovable.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah, and like,
He's a piece of shit.
like Al Brooks, he wants, like, when it goes and what goes down. Like, you tell it kind of breaks his heart. Because like, they were going to make a race car. His name was going to be on it. It was going to be
great.
It was going to
But
be...
he knows, because he's been in the game long enough, he knows the long term.
Right.
And what has to happen.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, once they get that phone call, you know, it's
like the dominoes start falling.
Yeah, you got to do it, you know.
No taking it back.
Yeah. But yeah.
Cool ass movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
I was really happy to see it again. Damn fine flick.
Where do you rate this? I mean, your best three Refn movies in order.
My top is, I mean, if we're going to call it a movie, is Too Old to Die Young. That's my favorite thing he's ever made.
100%. I'm with you there. Ding!
This
We're
is
together on that.
This is probably the second favorite, my second favorite thing, and my third favorite thing is definitely Pusher. I just like how gritty it is, and like you talked about, like the handheld and all that bullshit. It's his first film,
right?
And I love the story so much that
it doesn't bother me.
It was my introduction to him, and that's why I'll probably always hold it higher than maybe I should.
Right.
But like Neon Demons, it's okay.
Yeah.
Only God Only Forget. Whatever.
Yeah.
I just didn't care for it. Bronson, which is a movie we haven't even talked about.
Yeah.
It is a really good film.
That's my second favorite.
Yeah. Tom Hardy is fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
But just as he kind of takes that though, but just for Refn making a film, I would say that Drive's number 2 and Pusher's probably my second or third. Yeah. What about you?
Drive, Bronson, Pusher.
Yeah.
Bronson, I've actually read a lot about the actual Charles Bronson, and they pretty much nailed it.
Yeah.
Like
it's just a crazy fucking.
Yeah, even though he's never actually killed anyone.
No.
The one guy he actually tries to kill lives. When he tries to kill the child molester when he's in the insane asylum, he's fucking yoking him out. He's like, oh yeah, I'm getting back to prison, son. And they're like, he fucking lived, man. And he's like, you kidding me?
How?
I actually tried to murder someone and I can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I love, even if he's an actor, director kind of like Sam Peckinpah. Even if I don't like the movie, there's enough interesting things in it to talk about.
I appreciate
Like, I can tell you about all the things I do like about Only God Forgives. You know, the cinematography, the lighting, a lot of the performances. But then, when you put it all together, it just doesn't really work for me.
Yeah.
But he's like, even like his movies I consider to be, not say failures, but just as they're not for me, they're still really interesting.
So we've done it.
Yep. We've stepped through another block.
Yeah.
So what's the consensus on this fucking block we did?
I'm glad it's over. All this artsy-fartsy shit's giving me hives.
I need some kung fu and some robots and
exactly.
something else. But, so...
I could continue to do this.
2 crazy, pretty unique directors.
Oh, yeah.
They have their kind of own kind of style. I don't think it would really be fair to say I find Lynch to be a superior director to Refn or vice versa. Because they're from 2 different times, they're 2 different kinds of movies.
Right.
Yes. Of all the movies that we watched,
yeah.
What is my favorite movie that we watched? My favorite movie that we watched is Wild at Heart.
Yeah.
It's not even fucking
I agree.
It's not a knock against Refn. It's just that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Drive is a hell of a good movie.
Yeah.
As was Pusher.
Yeah.
The best thing I watched in this whole 5-week thing was Too Old to Die Young.
No.
Yes.
He's such a fucker. It's fun. I knew you'd say that, and it's fun. And look,
Absolutely.
It is. I mean,
Hey, isn't this a this opinion podcast, or is this a Doug and Lee opinion podcast? Am I just here to throw around the word phantom thread and cinematography and freaking technique? Is that what I'm here for? Nothing else really matters, does it?
No. You know, look, I like it too, but I can't put it above Wild at Heart.
It's two totally different things, though.
Well, but
Yeah.
you made a choice.
Okay, well,
and I did too.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
And I don't know how.
Now, if we're going just rewatchability, this is the best one. As far as like just putting it on, hang out with your friends, this is the most.
Yeah, this is one you can put in the back, like while you're working.
Yeah.
You're doing whatever. And
Right.
Just kind of turn and look.
Yeah. You got to be in a mood to watch Wild at Heart.
I think I'm always in that mood.
Well, that's true. That's true.
I love that. Man, it was so. I've watched it twice.
Since you bought it?
Since I got it, yeah. 2 more times.
Nice.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it rememorized. I
Okay.
think I had it memorized
Yeah.
back then. I'm trying to recommit it to memory.
What? You got us some movies?
I do. I do. Filmmaker I referenced earlier, Walter Hill, made a movie in 1978 called The Driver. And it is, there's no way, like you know, if Revan says this wasn't the main influence for
He's a
this,
fucking
he's a
liar.
fucking liar. The main character in The Driver is called The Driver, just like in this movie. Bruce Dern plays a cop whose character is the detective. And Isabella Johnny is sort of the characters between them. She's called the girl. So no other characters in the movie have names. Basically, Ryan O'Neal, he's not, unlike the driver in Drive, he doesn't moonlight as anything. He is strictly a getaway driver. And Bruce Dern has been trying to catch him for years, and he's just so good at driving. He can't catch him. And basically, he sets up. Isabella Johnny's a professional witness. Like, if you're going to rob a bank and you go in there, she'll show up 20 minutes ahead of time and then not pick you out of the police lineup. Yeah, she's a, you know, I guess you say she's a professional get you out of jail artist.
I like it.
And super cool movie, you know. It's it's and a movie that is not really talked about a lot, you know. But The Driver is awesome. It is, like I said, it's Drive episode 1, but in movie geek terms.
Nice.
Yeah, it's Walter Hill when he was just, you know, from up until, you know, that early 70s to early 80s, so where he was making like The Long Riders and Southern Comfort. He was just, you know, this sort of artistic / super manly director.
Yeah.
You know, like movies they don't make anymore. You know, like we talked about actors who are just, you know, too cool, and just they look like grown men. Yeah. You know, they don't look like 17-year-olds from off a CW show. Yeah, but yeah, if you like Drive, watch The Driver.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's it.
All right.
What next? What are we gonna do now?
Well, I am going to leave here and take the kids to It Too.
Okay.
We are going into 80s horror
Oh.
for the old Halloween month.
Okay.
Can you
Outstanding.
believe we've been doing this for a year?
Yeah, over a year now.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Strange.
This will be our second Halloween
That's
season.
true.
Yep.
Damn. Seems like only yesterday.
I know, right? We were sitting at the golden tickets.
Yeah.
Watching
yeah.
Halloween.
It's Halloween.
Yeah.
So 80s horror. So how we gonna do this? We got 4 weeks. We want to do a consensus pick for the 4th week, and each one of us come in with one each week.
That sounds good. Yeah.
I'd ask Lucas to pick one, but he was just
It's
a
not old
zygote.
enough.
Yeah.
He was just a zygote when it's.
Wasn't even a zygote. We're talking the 80s there.
That was going to be a silent movie to him.
Yeah.
Oh man, what I wouldn't love.
I'll watch it. Whatever it is. I'll watch the weekly movie.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
There
can
you
do
go.
that.
you gonna weigh in on it?
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, if y'all are cool with that.
Get the young viewer's perspective.
Of the old shitty horror movies.
Well, I mean, because I particularly am very hard on this young generation of fuckbags, and you know, I'd like to be proven wrong that maybe there is a little something to learn from these young bloods.
from the millennials.
Yeah, because for the most part, I just feel like they all need to be beaten. Not you, Luke.
I know.
The reason they're millennials is because they never were beaten. Like we were. That's the whole
Now you're
difference.
getting to the,
No,
now you're cutting to the quick.
Getting to
you
the
will.
politics.
All right, so what? We could come in with something next week?
Sure.
Yeah.
No, before
It'll be an
that,
80s horror movie.
It's going to be an 80s
come up
horror
with an
movie?
80s horror movie the next couple of days so I can make a good video.
I know what I want to do.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Right off the bat, I think I know we're going.
All right, what is it?
Well, no.
See, why did you just gonna leave us hanging like that?
Yeah, just forget it. I need to do a little
Friday
research.
the 13th, part 2.
Know what you gonna do?
No. No, I was thinking about something that's more like Halloweeny, like
Trick or treat.
yeah, like an actual Halloweeny
Okay.
something. I'll come up with something.
He'll come up with something.
A Halloweeny.
Halloweeny.
Halloweeny. You're a fucking Halloweeny.
Yeah.
All right.
Suck my Halloweeny, motherfucker.
Joker coming up.
Yep.
Are we excited about this?
I am. Did you hear about...
I'm excited and nervous all at the same time.
Right. I'm excited.
I got this bad feeling.
Yeah.
You know, you
Right.
talked about it a few weeks ago, like, I just don't know. I mean,
Right.
I could walk out of there and just be like, that was fucking amazing, or I could just be like, damn it.
Yeah.
Like, what a near miss.
But now it's not even about the movie. It's about, like that woman that reporter who asked him, Joaquin Phoenix, if he was afraid the movie was going to inspire violence. He just got him walked out of the interview. He's like, I'm not fucking answering that question.
Yeah.
And then eventually he came back, but he was like, I'm not answering that question. Because it's a stupid question. Yeah.
What do we make of Morrell, the writer of Rambo, just blasting this new Rambo?
He just didn't like the movie.
Do you give a fuck?
Not really.
I mean, him saying, I feel like I'm less than a human. Like,
Yeah.
I've lost some of my humanity for going to see it. And
Right.
I just think that's just a little bit too far.
I'm sure he could return the money they paid him.
Yes.
Because,
I'd like to bid a fond farewell to Sid Haig.
right? Yeah. 80 years old,
Died. Apparently, he had something happened at his house. I don't
Yeah.
know. He had some kind of an accident.
Yeah.
And then,
Spill and it didn't.
And then he threw up when he was in the hospital, and they didn't roll him over in time. He got like pneumonia in his
Yeah.
lungs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It is terrible. But I mean, dude acted for 60 years.
And was in everything.
Everything.
You can't even begin.
No,
to
you go to his IMDb page, you're like, holy shit.
It's everything.
Yeah. Like
Every TV show that was from like 72
Yep.
to like
Yep.
92, he had at least one.
turn
part
on
in it.
a random episode of the A-Team, you're like, holy shit, is that Sid Haig?
There he is.
Incredible Hulk. Shit,
Yeah.
is that Sid? Yeah.
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 Scarecrow and Mrs. King. There he is.
Like a Buck Rogers.
Yeah. Remington Steele, like all of it, dude. He was in everything.
Well,
I
apparently,
got Remington Steele on your ass.
Yeah. We're just on Scarecrow and Mrs. King, the same fucking show.
They were all at the same kind of time.
Yeah,
time
they
frame.
say like, yeah.
One of them was really good, and the other one sucked.
Right.
I don't remember which was which.
It doesn't matter.
apparently his shooting time in the latest Rob Zombie catastrophe was very small. But,
Yeah.
Rob said that
He knew it was going to be his last movie.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just said that he said that it was that he really struggled through it.
Yeah.
because his health was really just it was
Yeah,
bad.
because you see him in Devil's Rejects. He's like a grizzly bear. He's huge, and you see him in some pictures of 3 pound. He looks like he weighs 120 pounds.
Yeah.
He just looks terrible. And
Is he a smoker?
I'm sure he was. I'm sure,
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, hey, like he became famous at 60. He had 20 years, or where he had huge amounts of fans.
House of a Thousand Corpses.
People dressing up as him on Halloween. So people, you could say like, oh, those first 40 years kind of wasted, but no, like I said, we remember him from all those shows and shit.
Yeah.
And
Guy from work that's a little slow.
Yeah.
Came up to me and he said, Captain Spaulding's dead. And I knew exactly who he was talking about, and he knew that I knew,
Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
yeah, he seemed like a super nice guy.
He was like, I'm going to go home and watch House of a Thousand Corpses, I think. I was like, all right, man. You
Yeah.
do that. I don't think I could. But
yeah,
knock yourself out.
We watched that in the theater.
We did.
I got my license checked 3 times going to see the movie. At the box office, then when you get in the line to get it, then at the door of the theater.
And Garrett fucking loved it.
Yeah.
You loved it when we walked out, and for years after, somehow Rob Zombie is, I don't know, done something
like
to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
It's all the same now. It's all the regurgitated same.
I love the original. I still love House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah.
I don't care. Yeah, it's got some bad shit, whatever. It's campy. It is what it is. But of his...
Right.
All of Rob's movies, it is my absolute
On that episode of Joe Rogan, he talks about the day after the test screening. The head of Universal called him in his office. Like, oh, by the way, you were fucking fired.
Yeah.
And he was just like, what did you think I was doing?
Yeah.
He's like, it's called House of a Thousand Corpses, and my last name is Zombie. What do you think I was making?
Yeah.
He's like, because in '99 there weren't really, like, horror wasn't that big. You know, it wasn't until, like, The Ring and shit started coming out that, it started to get big again.
Yeah.
So they weren't, even Universal, which is the horror studio, wasn't making them then.
That's what I liked about it.
And he was just like, but now he said they invite him back every year for the Halloween Horror Nights. They have a House of a Thousand Corpses house. He's like, 20 years ago, it's fuck you, get out.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it was like, I remember the outrage. Like, the movie's so offensive, and it is. Bill Moseley skins an old man's face and then puts it on, like, chases the guy's daughter. But then again, it is called House of a Thousand Corpses, so.
It's everything I thought it was going to be.
Exactly.
Yeah. And a guy whose last name's Zombie.
Exactly,
Who grew up a freaking carny. I mean, what do you want?
Right, exactly.
I got what I wanted out of it.
Exactly, that's it.
Absolutely.
Good stuff.
All right, well, that's it for this week. We'll be back next week with the 80s horror. Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds good to me. We'll post up on the Facebook page what movies we choose. That's it.
That's it.
All right, see you next week.